welcome to Revsportz. I'm Gargi and joining me for the show is Rohit Juglan. We've just witnessed the India press conference and the optional practice session. Suryakumar Yadav, the Indian skipper, was out there talking to the press, addressing the questions, and of course, we're outside of the Narendra Modi Stadium. Rohit, when we talk about tomorrow's game, there is a change in conditions from what we're hearing. It could be a fresh pitch. On the other hand, there has been a lot of focus on how the batting is doing. Suryakumar Yadav taking on a more conservative role. Tilak Varma batting very conservatively once again. But do you think there could be any changes in the playing 11?
Look, the way, he started in the press conference that, we will be very much adaptable.
Yeah.
It's not like that we are thinking very much about the wicket or how the pitch is behaving. So as far as responding towards the pitch conditions are concerned, Suryakumar Yadav was all right there. But as soon as he, he started talking about Tilak Varma, yes, 80% of the answer is all about that we are not, in any kind of concerns when you talk about Tilak Varma. But at the very last part of the answer, if you'll have a close look at the very last part of the answer, he said that he himself is not very happy with the kind of performance he is doing. So, when you talk to the media, you generally don't talk about a player, negative side of a player. You won't cater it to the media from because if look from a player's perspective, that if Suryakumar Yadav said this in a press conference that we are worried for Tilak Varma, how much pressure it will put on Tilak Varma. And he know he's a very dear friend of Tilak Varma. We all know the Mumbai Indians bonding. We all know how Tilak Varma approached him in South Africa, telling him that I want to bat at number 3. So Surya gave him his position also. And even in the worst phase of Suryakumar Yadav in last, 1.5 year, where he played 25 innings, not able to score much, he didn't even once said to Tilak Varma that let me bat in my own position. So this is what the captain Suryakumar Yadav is all about, putting the team first. But the most important point is that it's not about the wicket. It's about how they'll get the best out of Tilak Varma. I don't think that we have to discuss much about Suryakumar Yadav's form. The last game, I think, is just one exception. Because we know that from the very first game, the USA game, where he handled the pressure really well, there were wickets falling on the other end, and the way he batted, and he batted through the innings, the way he contributed was really amazing in that game. So I'm not very much worried about Gargi as far as Suryakumar Yadav, the batter or the captain, is concerned. I'm a little bit worried about Tilak Varma, the way, that strike rate part we talked about yesterday in the 12 noon show also, that a strike rate of 60, a boundary percentage, somewhere around, three boundaries in those 4 overs, 7 to 10 overs, and then a dot ball percentage of over 40. Means in 24 balls, you are either playing 10 or 12 dot balls. That's creating a lot of pressure in this Indian batting lineup.
And you know what my thought here is, Rohit, the management keeps defending Tilak Varma, right? Even in Delhi, Tilak Varma spoke himself that this is a role that the management wants me to take, which was affirmed by Sitanshu Kotak, Mone Mokal, and today Suryakumar Yadav as well, that this is the cricket we want Tilak to play.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I think if you read between the lines, you will understand that while Tilak Varma is asked to play that anchor role, I do not think Tilak Varma means to take it that slow. I think it is a little bit of an incapability against spin. He is struggling a little bit, but your thoughts?
Yeah, yesterday the way he practiced alone, Dayanand was there. He was bowling him off spins, and that's where the concerns come from. Once in the press conferences, everyone is saying that no, there is no problem with the approach of Tilak Varma, and on the other hand, we can see with our own eyes that he is getting treated differently from the whole team. The whole team is practicing in the center wicket. Almost all the batters. You talk about Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, even a Sanju Samson, where there is a lot of interest around Sanju Samson also. The amount of time he spent yesterday, because you were covering all the matches of the World Cup. I am covering the matches. We haven't seen him playing that much. And when we discussed him in Delhi game also, we were saying that the confidence is not looking there. The amount of time he spent in the pitch, compared to this was less, very less, as far as, playing over over 1 hour here. And the body language again, the way he was clapping, the way he was chattering around, the way at the very start he was, dribbling the football with Kuldeep Yadav and Arshdeep. And at that point of time, also the kind of fun he was having, it's very evident that all the other batters played in the center wicket last night. And it was kind of a match simulation kind of thing, because you are almost doing it in the same scenario where you have to play a game 48 hours, later. So I think on that part, there's completely visible that Team India is a little bit worried about the kind of batting he was doing, and especially against right arm off spinners. So and all the other batters have played Indian bowlers. He's the only one who played the the assistant, means the support staff or the throwdown expert
in the private nets.
In the private net. So that's where the major concern comes from. So still I have little bit of my concerns around him, because we all know, you were here yesterday also and you saw that how Aiden Markram was doing it, and that's why I asked also Suryakumar Yadav that are we getting too predictable as far as 6 left-handers in the batting lineup is concerned? Are we, is that a straight giveaway to the others or the oppositions that look, they're going to be having 6 left-handers? The right-handers are after number 3, a 4 and a 6 maybe, or a 5. Hardik Pandya and Suryakumar Yadav I'm talking about. So you are giving it away very early, before the game starts, that this could be the strategy of the opposition against you. So I'm not worrying about single player. I'm worrying about the kind of giveaways we are giving to the opposition and the predictability of our team. That's for me is the major concern.
Absolutely. And final question here. Playing 11 now, one of the expected changes is obviously Akshar Patel coming in for Washington Sundar. Looking at the conditions, Suryakumar Yadav actually has spent a lot of time out there assessing that pitch. He was there today with Gautam Gambhir and the rest of the support staff. Yesterday as well, they spent a lot of time talking over it. But your thoughts? Suryakumar Yadav has completely quashed the idea of Sanju Samson coming in.
Yes.
But your thoughts on Tilak?
But again, Gargi, you have been part of the press conference, and when someone denied this clearly, we know that there is something in the air.
Something is brewing.
Something is brewing. You know about brewing a lot more than me. I'm talking about coffee here. So and there are multiple press conferences happened in the past, Gargi, where these kind of ideas were completely washed out or denied by the team, and then on the next day we see the same thing happening. So I'm not cutting it, like Surya did. Like Surya did. I am very optimistic still that they can take a last minute call. But on the other hand, when you are saying that Akshar Patel or Washington Sundar, I'm again a little bit of worried, because Washington Sundar, and we know that is a tall right arm offie, and you have a batting lineup in front of you which has a lot of left-handers in them at the top. So there could be a possibility that they can go with Washington Sundar also. And yesterday, the way Mone replied to it, that I think Sahil asked this question about whether you want to give him chance before this game, that for the matchups also and for left-handers. So Mone said that's very much part of the strategy, that if there is a batting attack which has a lot of left-handers in it, so we can have our right arm offie, and he's the only right arm offie we have. So I think that there could be a possibility, but this is what I said in Hindi live also, that if I have a in-form Varun Chakravarti, I'm not thinking about anyone else.
Correct.
He is the go-to man. He is the trump card. Like Shubhanda yesterday asked, Mone Mokal that how easy it has been, and he said that he's a big learner. Whenever he comes to the that review monitor also, student of the game. Yes, that's the exact words. So I think until and unless I have a player like him, or if I doesn't have him, then obviously I'll definitely think about the matchups and the tactics. Until and unless I have Varun Chakravarti Gargi, I won't be thinking much about the matchups and the tactics, or who will give me the wicket. He's my trump card. Jasprit Bumrah is my trump card. I don't need anyone else.
And exactly, Suryakumar Yadav has also spoken about it, that this is a bowling unit that you take so much pride in, because even if it's a 170, 180 score, this